Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. February 22nd marks the 41st anniversary of Styx's album Kilroy Was Here. A lot of Styx fans will know this is the album that tore the original lineup apart. This is a concept album. Basically, it was a metaphor um, from the fundamental Christian groups that were targeting rock bands, saying that, bands like Styx, ELO, Zeppelin, Queen, you name it, were corrupting our children with music because there's backward messages, tell them to worship Satan and all this. So Dennis DeYoung made a concept album. So basically, Dennis DeYoung plays a character called Robert Oren Charles Kilroy. If you put the initials together, it spells rock, who is imprisoned by this regime called the Majority for Musical Morality. He escapes captivity of this by putting on one of the robot heads. These robots are the minions of the musical morality group, and him with Jonathan Chance, who is played by Tommy Shaw, are going to take down this regime and bring back and save rock and roll. Interesting concept. Cool about tearing down the regime. I love it. This was my first Styx album, so I remember everybody talking about Styx is amazing. Paradise Theater, The Grand Illusion, masterpieces. You've got to pick up Styx. If you're not a music fan, if you don't have a Styx album in your collection. So this was the first album I ever picked up. That was the time I started making my own money, and I said, I want to pick up a Styx album. At the time, I really enjoyed it because I guess I was so hyped up in hearing about, now I'm one of the cool kids in school. I have a Styx album. Um, Going back to it later on, for a concept album, I think it's just made to be. It's more to go along with the ride more than the message itself, because the songs are not all of them are that great, to be honest. Mr. Roboto is super catchy. I really liked Haven't We Been Here Before from Tommy Shaw and Don't Let It End. And I don't mind Get Through This Night. They're not bad. Is this one of the greatest Styx albums of their catalog? I'm going to say no. But at the time, I was enamored with this album. I thought this was a concept album taking down a regime. You had me. You're a young kid. You always want to believe you can take down the man, right? So I was hooked into this album in the beginning. But as you move along and go back into their other albums, you kind of realize there are other albums that are a lot stronger than this. Like I said, Crystal Ball, Paradise Theater, Grand Illusion would probably be better choices to start off your stick collection. Nonetheless, it's a kind of cheesy concept, but it's stemmed on a very important subject matter of fighting for your rights, right? I mean, these Christian groups were telling us our music is going to be the end of our children, and these hidden messages to worship Satan is going to be the end all for end all, right? So I understand where it came from. The idea is good, the execution wasn't. But nonetheless, I mean, Mr. Roboto had a resurgence over the. I think it was in a car commercial. The band is playing it now in their set list, so they've warmed up to it. But it was the album that tore the original lineup apart. And it celebrates 41 years on February 22nd. So either you love it or you hate it. There's something to like in it. There's a few good tracks in it, like I said. Um, Greatest concept album of all time? Far from. But is it a fun listen? Yeah. Is it cheesy? Yeah. I'm going to say it's a cheesy concept album. But the idea is solid. Like I said, it's just the execution. I think they needed a couple of more songs to develop the backstory of this. But I think the band was so against this that they're lucky they got 9 tracks out of here. So before they killed each other. But I think if there would have been like maybe 13 tracks and you dealt a little bit more what was going on, they could have had something there. But like I said, I think the band was just at wit's end, and like we're lucky we got 9 tracks on this album. So, but that's it. You let me know what you think. Do you have this? Do you like this album? Do you think it's a bust? We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much again for tuning in. This is Steven from the Aroundtable. with a quick little analogy of Styx's concept album, Kilroy Was Here. See you soon, guys.